Hey, what's up, everyone? As you probably know if you buy gold, silver coins, the market's going a little crazy with premiums because of high demand, and that's driven by a lot of the stuff going on in the world today. Well, like usual, I was on YouTube yesterday, and I saw a posting from a channel called Coin Help You. Guy who runs it's named Daniel, and he was talking about how some of the online dealers have been putting in minimum orders. Okay, so I was kind of surprised by some of the stuff in the post, so I figured I'd go check it out myself, not that I don't trust him. So he had mentioned that SD Bullion is putting in a $500 order minimum, and AppMex is putting in a $250 order minimum. And some of the other dealers have been putting messages on their sites saying that there's going to be a 4 to 5 day delay in shipping and whatnot. Now, I have absolutely no problem putting a message saying that your order is going to be delayed 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. I actually appreciate that because you can make the decision on whether you want to wait for that or go someplace else, and I appreciate them being upfront. What I think is kind of crummy, well, crummy for AppMex and particularly crummy for SD Bullion, is that they're setting $250 order minimums and $500 order minimums. Now, from some of you seeing this, you might say, well, that's no big deal. They need to make their money and get their stuff out. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely right. And some of you might say, well, you know what? You're not a millionaire. They have more money than you. They know what they're doing. Oh, okay. I'm not wealthy. Perhaps you're right. Well, that still doesn't change my opinion. I think it's kind of crummy that if someone only has $300 to spend, you're basically telling them, you're not important. We don't really want your order right now. If you want to spend more money with us, then we'll take care of you. But there are some people who are just more important to you, and it's more important that we get their orders out to them. Now, in a case like this, 500, like I said, $500, it's a pretty good chunk of money. There aren't many times I spend $500 out of a shot. It's a very rare thing. And you're basically turning people away. It's kind of like if you go to Walmart and there's a long line of people at Walmart and they say, if you're, they greet you at the door and they say, we don't have that many cashiers today. So if you're going to be spending more than $200 on groceries, you're welcome to stay and shop. But if you're going to be spending under $200, you might want to try back in a couple of weeks because right now we really aren't selling to anyone spending less than $200. Basically, they're telling you your business doesn't matter, okay? So here I am at the SD Bullion site. I apologize for the glare. And it says right here, it says minimum order value has been temporarily set to $500. Read the latest update here. So I'm going to click for the latest update here. And I'm not sure if you can read this or not, but like I said, just go to sdbullion.com, and then it's on the sdbullion.com/update screen. And it said, business updates. The measures we put in place last week have begun to have impact on our shipping team in putting out record numbers week over week. Last week, we shipped nearly 15,000 orders and significantly increased staffing for fulfillment activities. The temporary $500 order minimum threshold has resulted in fewer new orders placed, allowing us to more effectively serve existing orders in the system and new orders that are able to be processed more efficiently. However, with gold inching toward the new historic highs and the average investor showing more interest than ever in precious metals, the momentum will likely not slow anytime soon. There is a significantly higher level of asset diversification occurring amongst the most prominent entities globally. As we currently stand, we hope to lower the $500 order minimum by the end of next week. Our focus will continue to be to deliver the highest degree of value for your physical precious metals, and any decision made will be to support that. Thank you again for your continued patience in this historic market. Sincerely, SD Bullion Executive Team. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, that's no big deal. You're going to take care of the people who are going to be spending the most money. Okay, that's true, but I got to tell you, I go to like I say, for the past few years, I've been spending most of my money. I would say I used to spend most of it on eBay. And I buy from some of the larger dealers and some well-known sellers, and I did fine. I know some people criticize eBay, but I don't. I've only had one issue on eBay, and it got taken care of extremely quickly, so I don't have a problem with them. Lately, I've been spending the most of my money at a local coin shop. This person is very fair. Their prices are fair. A very, very good person to deal with. I enjoy shopping there. And I think that I know some of you might live in rural areas. You might not have any place near you. I'm lucky. This guy is only about a half hour away from me. So I usually make weekly visits. But if you have someone close to you, I would try and, build a relationship and check them out. See if they're worthwhile people, because I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know your local coin shop, that they won't ignore you if you go in there because you only want to spend only, quote unquote, $50 or $100 or $150. I think it's very, very crappy. I could think of other words, but very crappy that you would basically limit it to $500. Now, you might say, well, all the big bullion stores are doing that. Well, like I said, $500, which I think is a pretty good chunk of change for SD Bullion. AppMex is $250, which is only half as bad in my opinion. I mean, $250, like I said, it's not a type of business decision I would make, but I think $250 is also a bit high. I checked JM Bullion. JM Bullion just has something on the top of the screen stating if you would like to buy something, there might be a 4 or 5 day delay due to increased order volume. I think that's awesome. I went to Money Metal's website. Money Metals also had the same thing. And I also checked out, I believe I checked out Finest Known and Hero Bullion, and they also had nothing about a minimum. I think it's pretty crappy, to be honest with you. I really do. And, a lot of people who get into precious metals and get into coins, or really get into anything. I mean, whether you're collecting, stamps or, Elvis plates or whatever, you probably don't jump in feet first at the first time. You might buy something small. You might spend $10 here or $20 there, and then as you get used to the hobby, you become more interested. Then you drop more money on things. Like, I went to a coin show over the weekend, and this person had 3-cent nickels that I needed for my set. And I ended up spending $250 on these 3-cent nickels. It was an 1875, 1876, and an 1888. The 1888 is kind of scarce. And, I spent $250, and I was like, oh, $250. I kind of thought about it, but I think it's a good purchase, and I'm happy to have them in my collection. But if 2023 me had told like 2012 me that I just spent $250 on 3-cent nickels, I would have thought I was crazy. Now, not so much. In 10 years, I might look back $250 and go, yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't much money, because it's something that I think we grow to like and understand more. And I think that can apply to a lot of hobbyists. So my hope is that this decision to just go with the larger spenders ends up kind of hurting them in the future, and they decide to go to other bullion dealers like Money Metals, Finest Known. Modern Coin Mart was another one that did not have any minimums. That they go to all these places, and these are all big places. They're all seeing massive increases. Okay, they're all seeing. I got to tell you, it just reeks of greed to me. So I mean, I really hope that a lot of people who are planning on spending $300 or $400 are turned off by the whole thing, and like I said, either go to other online dealers, or even better yet, go to your local coin shops. Check out for local coin shows, and if that's not possible because of convenience matters, because of where you live, then try a dealer, an online dealer who actually values your business. Okay, that's not going to turn you away because you're quote unquote only spending $100 or $200 or $300. Because to me, $500 is still a pretty good amount of money. I don't know about you. Maybe you spend $5,000 or $10,000 at a shop. I don't. I don't personally know anyone who does. But you might think this is kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. I think this is going to backfire on them, and in my opinion, rightly so. Talk to you later.